Hello, hello, it is Tom Stir on behalf of Indie Structural Productions once again with another After Hours. This time we're working on the fretboard and more so gluing it onto the neck itself. So previously you saw myself putting the neck into the CNC and routing out the truss rod cavity and locating pinholes. So continuing from, oh, there we go. Daniel sends his love. Anywho, so truss rod's now in. In the beginning there you saw me whacking it in with a hammer just to make sure that it is indeed flat at the bottom. And flat on the surface, of course, so it's flush, because you don't want it poking out at all. Next step, I got a little piece of masking tape, and I'm masking off the end of the truss rod just because I don't want any glue going into where I'd be adjusting. That would be a very, very bad thing. Yeah, don't want that. Clean up all the extra with a scalpel. And really trying not to say pretty straightforward, because I've been saying that way too much. Anywho, moving on. I need to make my fretboard the right length. I did cut 24 frets into this, but I decided on 22 frets because I am never going to be using 24 frets. So yeah, why bother making it extra long in that case? There, I was just about to cut it off. I got a little hesitant and I had to check with a fretboard blank that we had lying around just to make sure that I was indeed taking the right cut. For some reason, after a long day, I wasn't really trusting my math on that. So using just a nice little Japanese saw, I cut off all the excess. Now, very, very important thing, I mark out my center line. To do that, of course, I need to figure out the center of my fretboard, so I mark on the top, and then as well at the bottom of the fretboard. Then of course connect the two. Very important to have a center line. Without that, my locating pins would go all over the place and my fretboard would be in the wrong place and all kinds of things you don't want. So this just ensures that you will have your fretboard exactly where you want it to be. If you're using this method, that is. But in general, whenever working with anything, a center line is essential. Now, I need to figure out where my locating pins are going to be put on the fretboard itself, because I need to drill out the holes. So I mark on the first fret and then on the 19th. With the positions marked out, I move on to the pillow drill with a 2mm drill bit and of course drill where I've now marked, hoping that they are indeed in the right place. Once again, measure, measure, cut, very, very important here. It's kind of hard to see on ebony where your marks are, so being extra careful. Then setting up for gluing. I have all my clamping calls, I have all my clamps. You can't really see here, but I've put 2 small pieces of cocktail sticks into the locating holes. Those will allow me to actually locate my fretboard accurately. There you go. Sam was looking at the glue joint, making sure that it was good. Yeah, basically had to perform under a lot of pressure here with Sam and Nick watching on as I was gluing my fretboard. Yes, oh, the pressure was immense. So yeah, once again, just using, you can use any glue you want. well, it's not any glue you want, but wood glue. I am using Type Bond in this case and spread it on with a credit card blank. And now I am indeed trying to find where my pins are. Oh, there we go. Locate it very well. And be sure to have enough glue. It's always good to think that too much glue is better than too little. So if you have a little bit too much, it's not the end of the world, but if you have a little bit too little glue, that can really screw things up for you. Now basically I am clamping very lightly at the ends. I'm not applying the full pressure yet. And those are basically just there to keep the cauls in place for the time being. Because I want to actually clamp from the inside out. So from the middle toward the edges. This ensures that my fretboard is staying flat and being glued on the way I want it to be glued on. And once I have tightened the clamps in the middle, I move on to the edges. Once those are tightened nicely, I go ahead and I make a pass and tighten all of them. Making sure that everything is as tight as I can get it. Applying the, best amount of pressure I can get. And as evenly as possible. What you want to do is check that there is enough glue splurging from all over. That way you know your glue joint's good. My glue joint was good, but I wanted to be extra careful and do up one corner with a small clamp. But hey, that's about it for now. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And let me know what you think. I'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.